Just 14 years old, staying with family in Mississippi for a summer visit when he was killed by a white mob who accused him of whistling at a white woman. His death became a flashpoint for the civil rights movement when his mother insisted his mutilated body be placed in an open casket so the world could see what happened. It's 10:49 on KNX, just days after Senator Bernie Sanders went viral with his attire at the presidential inauguration. There is now a new doll representing his look. It's complete with his olive-colored leather coat and famous brown and white mittens. The 9-inch crochet doll was made by a woman in Texas who was inspired by the thousands of memes showing Bernie Sanders transposed into various images. The doll was put on eBay, sold for more than $20,000. The 46-year-old doll maker says she will donate that money to Meals on Wheels America. It's 10:50. Now for another check on your money. Here's Frank Motek.
Well, wild ride continues on Wall Street. Now, restrictions have been placed on the trading of some of the high flyers that have been getting a lot of attention lately, like GameStop and AMC Entertainment. And looks like they've seen wide moves again today, moving 40%, 50% up and down. And it looks like somebody cashed out of GameStop. It looks like this is a South Korea-based asset management, Must Asset Management, cashing out of GameStop at a price of more than $1 billion. Right now, the Dow is higher, erasing yesterday's losses during the trading session today. We're off the best levels now of 581 points, coming off of yesterday's more than 600-point closing drop. The Nasdaq's at 235 and the S&P 500 at 78. Looks like shares of Nokia among the names that have been flagged in social media and have been moving wildly. Right now, Nokia shares down 25%. We check the money at plain 50 each hour. Frank Motek from the HMS Capital Money Desk, KNX 1070 News Radio.
How are you preparing for Super Bowl Sunday? Former Laker great Shaquille O'Neal has some ideas. We'll have that for you in 90 seconds. Stay with us. It's 10:51.
When severe weather hits Southern California.
KNX 1070 has you covered with 24/7 live and local coverage.
Potentially very dangerous weather conditions set to hit us here in Southern California.
Weather every 10 minutes on the 5, 1 to 3 inches of rain possible.
10 points weather news when you need it.
We're on top of it.
When severe weather hits, count on KNX 1070 News Radio.
Depend on us.
The new year was upon us and everything seems so different. Our staff is mostly working at home to stay safe, just like you and your family. My name is Scott Chusium. I am the founder of the Tax Defense Group. My company is known for preparing and filing back taxes to create the compliance that is required to resolve your overall tax debt. We have changed the lives of many of our clients, often by saving them thousands of dollars. Five-star reviews demonstrate our success making our clients. There is only one thing that will remain the same. The IRS will demand you pay them what they believe is owed. So if you owe $10,000 or more, call my team today to see if you qualify for tax relief. The Tax Defense Group is one of the top tax relief companies in the country. I know that because I built it.
No obligation consultation. Call 855-TAX-BILL. 855-TAX-BILL. That's 855-829-2455.
Let's see, we've got a signaler depicting your drive right now, blocking a ramp. This is the westbound 91 at Valley View. Tom standing by with more on that. We'll check your drive in just 2 minutes. It's 10:53. Former Laker great Shaquille O'Neal, he has a new way for football fans to get ready for the Super Bowl.
The former NBA center telling TMZ he's dreamed up the Shaq Bowl.
All the Super Bowl pregame stuff is kind of boring. I don't want to make anybody relax, so we're going to change the game.
With Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco Johnson as his co-host, O'Neal says he's invited a few of his friends to participate in some friendly competitions of their own.
Team Kansas City got Diplo, Zico Elliott, Olivia Copo, Quavo, Steve-O, and Miz. And the team Tampa got Anthony Anderson, Drew McIntyre, Anthony Offset, and Winnie Harlow.
There will be events like a tug-of-war and hot wings eating contest, and there'll be officials there to test for the coronavirus because Shaq doesn't mess around. The event will be before the game, a week from Sunday, on various social media and ShaqBowl.com. Randy Curtin, KNX 1070 News Radio.
When it comes to fun, Shaq knows what he's doing. 10:54 on KNX, a previously unknown piece of Mozart. as its world premiere.
The Allegro indeed sat in a box in a private collection for decades. Austria's annual Mozart Festival had to move online this year, so the piece had its world premiere in a virtual concert by South Korean pianist Song Jun-cho.
I always enjoyed playing the Mozart since when I was a child.
Which is fitting because Mozart was barely out of childhood himself when he's believed to have written it at 17 for his sister to play. We could be the first to hear it since the 18th century. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Well, preparations are being made now in the recent burn areas to try to prevent flooding and mudslides from causing big problems as this big storm prepares to move into Southern California. We're on Storm Watch, the very latest. More of our in-depth team coverage coming up following CBS Network News at the top of the hour at 11. Right now it is 10:55, sponsored by Caliber Garage Doors. Your traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here again, Tom Tran.
Westbound side of the 91, we've got a problem at Baldy. Looks like a disabled vehicle is blocking that ramp, and CHP said the ramp's going to be closed until about 11, a little after. They said about 11:05-ish. I'm not seeing a big delay on that West 91 quite yet. You just won't be able to hit it off at Baldy. There is some slowing as you approach the 605, though. It's not unusual. It's busy from about Pioneer to Studebaker. After that, looks good on the West 91 out towards the beach cities. Outside of the 5 and the Anna Freeway. A little slow. Try to get down into Santa Fe Springs. You'll see a delay from Washington Boulevard down towards Slauson. After that, it clears up. Southbound side of the 405. Busy because Caltrans. We're heading down to the Mount Baldy. Right where you expect it, right near Beach Boulevard. We're just doing that road where it's very busy from just before Beach down to Warner Avenue. After that, clear into Irvine. Make Caliber Garage Doors your #1 choice for new garage doors. Right now, $200 off as low as $499 installed, including 3 bottom sealed and hallway. Caliber Garage Doors will be any advertised price, hundreds to choose from. CaliberGarageDoors.com. CaliberGarageDoors.com. That's report 905. Video and audio center.com. Traffic Center. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Well, for most of us right now, this really is the calm before the storm. Clouds on the way, cold, windy conditions. The brunt of the storm hitting us this afternoon. In fact, we're being told late this afternoon and evening hours. We're talking 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. That could be the critical hours when the rain is going to be most intense here in Southern California. Highs today only in the upper 50s, lower 60s, overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. Right now it is 60 degrees in downtown Los Angeles. Here is our top story. This strong storm system moving in could lead to mudslides and flooding in recent burn areas. A voluntary evacuation order now in effect for the Silverado Canyon area. In-depth team coverage continues following CBS News. It's 10:57.
Hey, it's Denise Fondo. You're looking for an easier and more convenient way to pharmacy at much lower prices? Visit honeybeehealth.com to fill your next prescription. Honeybee Health offers an average savings of $1,000 a year. No need to search for coupons and deal with rising deductibles. At Honeybee Health, no insurance is required. Honeybee Health, an American company founded right here in California, making sure we all have access to the medication we need at the best price with free delivery right to your door. Visit honeybeehealth.com. That's honeybeehealth.com. Use promo code Denise and save more.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Chappell here, serial entrepreneur. My second business was open 6 days a week, and I worked from home the 7th day. I maintained that ridiculous schedule for 8 years. One Saturday morning in 1999, I woke up late for work and was greeted by my 6-year-old.
Oh, hi, Dad. Why aren't you at work?
I answered, because it's Saturday. He said,
Oh, thanks for visiting, Dad.
his words pierced my heart. I had become a workaholic. It was decision time. What's more important, family or work? I chose family, and I stopped working 7 days a week. That's why I created Patriot Software, so entrepreneurs can run their payroll in minutes, which gives more time for their families. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
Homeowners, now that the holidays are over, it's time to make a resolution that you can actually keep. Save thousands, if not tens of thousands, by paying off high interest rate credit cards and other debts with a cash-out refi from Interactive Mortgage. At Interactive Mortgage, we're now offering rock-bottom rates and APRs as low as 1.99%. That's right, 1.99%. And if that's not enough, we'll even pay your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. Now that's a smart way to start the new year. Pay off high interest rate debts and take advantage of rock bottom rates as low as 1.99% by calling Interactive Mortgage today at 844-381-CASH. That's 844-381-CASH. 844-381-2274. Or visit interactivemortgage.com. Wingpoint Corporation, DBA Interactive Mortgage. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. New clients only. $300,000 to $548,250 loan amount limits. Maximum loan amount set by county. All loans subject to underwriting approval and not all applicants will qualify. Loans made or arranged pursuant to California Finance Law, license number 603F938, NMLS 302352.
Live from the IntelliFone Faro Smart Studios.
Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station.
KNX, KRTH, FM, HD2, Los Angeles.
KNX 1070 News Radio.
Depend on us.
Coming up is our top local story. A powerful storm creeping into Southern California, already hitting the Central Coast with strong downpours, could lead to mudslides and flooding here. We have in-depth team coverage, the very latest, following CBS Network News at the top of the hour. It's 11 o'clock. It's CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Facet Wealth.
I'm Matt Piper in New York. A new, more transmissible variant of the coronavirus first detected in South Africa is now on U.S. soil for the first time in South Carolina. State Public Health Director Dr. Brandon Traxler.
Our public health laboratory has been doing this sequencing going back to June. We have been doing surveillance on random specimens going back to June. And we actually had already been increasing in the recent weeks since the variant overseas, emerged and became more prevalent.
Correspondent Jim Crisula. State health officials say 2 people in South Carolina have been diagnosed with the new coronavirus variant. The cases don't appear to be connected, and neither person has traveled recently. Experts have said in a preliminary but troubling sign, current COVID-19 vaccines don't appear to be as effective against the variants found in South Africa. Jim Crisula, CBS News. Moments ago at the White House, President Biden signing new executive orders on his health care plan.
Executive orders is basically the best way to describe it, to undo the damage Trump has done.
It includes reopening the Affordable Care Act enrollment. With his signature, healthcare.gov will now open back up next month. It comes as a group of Republican states and the Trump administration fought to kill Obamacare in a case pending before the Supreme Court. Despite fears from moderate Republicans that Democrats will move forward without them on a nearly $2 trillion COVID rescue plan, a top White House economist insists President Biden is still eager to seek a bipartisan agreement.
Moderate Senate Republicans are said to be concerned that talks on a COVID rescue package are now moving beyond them. Democrats could use a process called reconciliation that can see a budget measure through the House and Senate on simple majority votes. White House economic advisor Jared Bernstein says that's not the president's intent.
I think if you listen to Joe Biden for 5 minutes, you will be disabused of that notion.
Still, Democrats have been hoping to wrap up the negotiations quickly. There's no sign at this point that a bipartisan compromise is close. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Congress may need more money for security protections amid threats that they're getting following the election and the U.S. Capitol riot.
I do believe, and I have said this all along, that we will probably need a supplemental for more security for members.
6 people are dead at a Georgia poultry plant. It happened after a liquid nitrogen leak there today. Hall County Fire Department Chief Zach Brackett.
It was a leak of unknown cause that has occurred in the system here, and the cause will remain under investigation.
At least 4 firefighters were also injured. The Dow is up 582 points, NASDAQ up 230. This is CBS News.
Facet Wealth, personalized and affordable financial planning for everyday Americans. No wealth or asset minimum. Quality financial advice for every stage of your life.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Good morning, I'm Chris Seaton's top local story at 11:03. Orange County issuing evacuation orders ahead of the incoming storm. Orange County Fire Captain Paul Holliday gave first details to KNX.
The Orange County Sheriffs have issued a voluntary evacuation warning for the bonfire areas, which includes Silverado Canyon, Williams Canyon, and Majeska Canyon. There will be road closures starting at 7 p.m. this evening for Santiago Canyon Road, and Santiago Canyon Road will be open to residents only at the 241 and Ridgeline.
He tells us the temporary evacuation center is being set up at El Medina High School. That's in the city of Orange. Captain Holliday tells us this is an area prone to mudslides.
It's got a history of both burn and mud and debris flow. Following the Santiago fire back in 2013, we had a mud and debris flow through the canyon well, so we're taking the same precautions this time.
He says a strike team of five fire engines along with 2 dozers are already on standby in the area. Forecasters expecting heavy rain, and authorities across the Los Angeles area are working to help protect property from flooding and mudslides as well. Yet some local residents remain unconvinced that the storm is in fact on its way, believe it or not. Live now to Duarte and KNX 1070's John Baird.
It's a little hard to convince somebody when they're standing outside wearing shorts and sunglasses and soaking up the rays. It just seems like another nice spring day in Southern California. Not a day with a big storm on the horizon. I heard that, but it looks like it can. I don't think it's going to rain. One man who lives in Azusa says he took some precautions just in case. He took down some canopies in his backyard. That's it. He didn't blink about the rain and possibly about what's to come.
You know, I'm from Wisconsin. That doesn't really bother me.
Still, authorities are warning that the rain could be so intense we could see mud flows and mudslides, debris flows, and evacuations.
And we do expect that we may ask some people to evacuate their homes, given the level of risk to their homes.
That's L.A. County's Public Works Director, Mark Pastrelli. He says there are a number of areas at risk, including places in Glendale, Azusa, Monrovia, and in the north part of the county, Lake Hughes, where more than a dozen homes could end up being evacuated. Reporting live in Duarte, John Baird, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Yes, this storm could be dumping a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. More of our in-depth team coverage coming up right after traffic in 2 minutes. It's 11:05, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s.